Hello, I am the Godless Engineer. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday. Normally, I do a Far Cry 4 playthrough on Sundays, but today I've decided to go to a dinosaur exhibit that is traveling around and it's coming close to my city. So I'm going to be taking my son there. And so we're not going to be doing any of that today, but I didn't want to leave you guys hanging without some current news for you guys to take a gander at. First up, we have Donald Trump. Trump here, he had a speech in, I believe it was South Carolina. Yeah, in South Carolina, where he espoused this story to be historical and that you can look it up in any history book as being true. But yet we find that it's not so much reality, for him. Let's hear it from the horse's mouth, though.
Early in the century, last century, General Pershing, did you ever hear rough guy? Rough guy. And they had a terrorism problem. And there's a whole thing with swine and animals and pigs, and you know the story, okay? They don't like that. And they were having a tremendous problem with terrorism. And by the way, this is something you can read in the history books. Not a lot of history books because I don't like teaching this. And General Pershing was a rough guy. And he sits on his horse and he's very astute, like a ramrod, right? And the year was early 1900s. And this was a terrible problem. They were having terrorism problems just like we do. And he caught 50 terrorists who did tremendous damage and killed many people. And he took the 50 terrorists, and he took 50 men, and he dipped 50 bullets in pig's blood. You heard that, right? He took 50 bullets, and he dipped them in pig's blood. And he had his men load his rifles, and he lined up the 50 people, and they shot 49 of those people. And the 50th person, he said, you go back to your people, and you tell them what happened. And for 25 years, there wasn't a problem. Okay?
Yeah, not so much there, Trump. Sorry, buddy, but that's legend. That's actually a legend that was passed down. Although, albeit, it's kind of I don't know, if you can really find the murder of a bunch of people by dipping it in pig's blood and then killing them and then sending some guy off. I mean, if you can find the humor in that, then it is kind of humorous. But, that doesn't make it real. And you start off this whole thing by saying, hey, you can find this in any history book. When you can't. You can only find it in email forwards. Those are some weird history books you have there, Donald. I mean, was that your history book when you were growing up? Did your parents just send you emails with the fucking history lesson in them? If so, you might want to actually pick up some history books, because I can guarantee you that there's some shit that they probably didn't tell you in those email forwards.